Well, the midterm elections are just 26 days from now. Kind of amazing. Too much going on to digest. So as we move closer to Election Day, we're going to take a closer look at particular races and the candidates running in them. Tonight we want to tell you about Kyrsten Sinema. She's running as a Democrat to replace Jeff Flake in the U.S. Senate in Arizona. Illegal immigration has long been an important issue in that state, which shares a long and largely undefended border with Mexico. Sinema, in this race, has tried to portray herself as a moderate on that question, someone who supports both amnesty for illegal aliens, but also more robust border security. There is growing evidence, though, that she is not a moderate, at least by American standards. In 2006, Sinema declared that illegal aliens who die trying to sneak into our country are morally equivalent to Americans dying in the Iraq War. Here's part of the quote. To state that immigration is not a war or is not equal in magnitude to war, I believe dishonors those who have died in this country and others as migrants. The deaths that people suffer in the Mexico-Arizona desert are the same as the deaths that people suffer in the Iraq desert. They are needless, senseless deaths. That's not a mainstream position, even now, in the middle of the revolution we're going through. 3 years after she said that, Sinema described her position on immigration laws this way, quote, "I oppose all of them." So if you think that foreigners breaking your country's laws are every bit as good as the citizens dying to defend them, it's possible you may have a problem with your own people, your own countrymen, the citizens of your nation. And Sinema certainly seems to have a problem with them. Here she is in 2011.
For the past several years, people would watch what was happening in Arizona and be like, Dan, those people are crazy. Is it something about the water? No, the water's fine. We stole it from Colorado. There's nothing wrong with the water. They're called Republicans.
Charlie Hurd is the opinion editor at the Washington Times, and a very smart man, if we can say, joins us tonight. Charlie, things have changed so much that this is not disqualifying, saying that the deaths of illegal aliens in the desert trying to break our laws are morally equivalent to the deaths of our soldiers fighting in Iraq. 3 years ago, it would have been over. Does this hurt her at all, do you think?
I certainly hope it does, but you raise a very good point. And what we've seen, you know, everybody talks about what the Tea Party has done to the Republican Party, and I think there was some very healthy stuff there in terms of forcing Republicans to sort of get back to some of their principles. But my goodness, what we're seeing happen to the Democratic Party, a once legitimate party that we relied on to keep the Republicans honest, and or the supposedly conservative party honest, and to challenge them, they're getting dragged so far to the left, off the cliff, that I don't know. That certainly would not hurt her in a Democratic primary in any way whatsoever. I do think that it might hurt her in a general election. I mean, you know, a lot of what she said there, it's kind of hard not to conclude that she hates America. And if you hate our borders and you hate the laws enforcing our borders, then you kind of, by definition, hate America. And that seems to be the campaign she's running on, and then especially if you think about running against somebody like Martha McSally, who is at the very least has served her country,
a career military officer,
and who's made a joke of the fact that Sinema brags about having 100 pairs of shoes, and McSally brags about 100 combat missions. Whether you agree with those foreign wars or not,
right,
and I have a real problem with them, whether you agree with them or not, the idea that you would compare the sacrifices that our men and women have made in following the orders of the military to illegals crossing the border and dying trying to break our laws and get into the country, it's astonishing.
It's pretty decadent, and it shows you how much Arizona has changed because of immigration, that she has a shot. Charlie Hurd, thank you as always. I hope you'll come back on this.